sono Giorgia, sono una donna, sono una madre, sono italiana, sono cristiana, non me lo toglierete!
I am Georgia was the rallying cry, today heralding the likely coronation of Europe's Queen of the Hard Right as Italian Prime Minister a few weeks from now. Near final election results show a solid majority in both Houses of Parliament for a Meloni coalition, and the chance at least of the rarest of things in contemporary Italian politics, stability.
We must remember that we are not at the end point. We are the starting point. It is from tomorrow that we must prove our worth.
Now for the less catchy refrain, what will Georgia actually do? One of the first things, have some difficult conversations about cabinet positions with her right-wing coalition partners. I was Matteo Salvini of the League Party, whose star is fading, and I'm still Silvio Berlusconi of Forza Italia. Before we run through the rest of the to-do list, who is Giorgia? After years of far-right activism, she's now the big sister of the Brothers of Italy party. Its lineage eventually brings you back to Mussolini. She was raised by her single mum in the Garbatella neighbourhood of Rome. Think Italian Cockney. She's clever, a powerful orator, perhaps more pragmatic than her rhetoric lets on. She speaks several languages. Here she is, for example, articulating her beliefs in Spanish.
Sí a la familia natural.
Yes to the natural family, no to the LGBT lobby, yes to sexual identity, no to the ideology of gender, no to mass immigration, yes to job for our people, no to big international finance, no to the bureaucrats of Brussels.
So, as would-be leader of one of the EU's largest economies, let's start with Brussels. She's instinctively Eurosceptic, but there are indications she'll continue to pursue the economic policies of the outgoing Prime Minister. She's been dialing down the EU bashing as of late.
And that's because she's very aware of the constraints under which she will operate if she does actually become Prime Minister. And the main constraint, of course, is the state of Italy's economy, the size of its public debt, which is over 150% of GDP, and its reliance on the European Central Bank to essentially backstop that debt and keep buying it.
Then there's the war in Ukraine. Despite the Putin fanboys in her coalition, she's been pretty resolute in her support of NATO and Western backing for Ukraine. Although she got elected on a culture war ticket, her premiership likely to be dominated by things like the cost of living crisis and the proclivities of Italian politics. In other words, bread and butter issues will take up most of her political bandwidth. And if you are, let's say, a gay immigrant from a Muslim background in Italy, that will probably come as a huge relief to you.